Welcome back to the Kane and Day Show. I am your host, Kane. You can find me at Twitter at Killing Kane and YouTube at Killing Kane. And boy, do we have an episode for you today. I'm going to kick it over to Ben here. He'll introduce himself and we'll get into some baseball.
Yeah, my name's Day. You can find me on Twitter at Realdaygaming1. And follow the show on Twitter.
Do
Kane and Day
it.
Show.
Do it. We got to start posting more on there. Don't worry, guys.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
will.
just like I said last week, just yell at HR, which is me.
But
Yell at the social media guy, which is also me.
yeah. I think how I want to start this podcast off is recognizing greatness. Albert Pujols is
Wow.
2 home runs away
Yes.
from 700 career home runs. Solidified first ballot Hall of Famer. Definitely changed the game of baseball when he came to the league. Dude has been an absolute stud. I'm going to let you take the floor since this is your favorite player of all time.
Yeah, he is. I'm not going to lie. He might have 15 home runs in the last, I don't know, month. This man, they're seeing some good pitches.
They're feeding him.
They are. They
him.
are. Oh, I want it so bad. I don't care if these are garbage time home runs. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Now in the game itself, they're not, because 698 was to tie the game.
Yeah.
And he almost hit 699 to take the lead. So it's not like they're meaningful home runs for the game, but man, I know the Reds aren't good. Like they're
not good. I have it pulled up.
They are 57 and 83.
57
They're not
and
good.
89.
They're not good, right?
That
slider
it's
for 698 was right down the middle at 80 miles an hour.
They have 89 losses.
I don't fucking care. They're bad. They're already eliminated.
Fucking take that.
They're already eliminated.
L plus
yeah,
ratio.
I will. Yeah, I will. Because they're already eliminated from the playoffs because they're irrelevant.
But 700, man.
I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
Every time, like, I'll tell my wife, I'm like, hey, he's at this. She's like, that's so fucking cool. And I'm like, I hope he hits it just for his career. Like,
I want to see it.
Well,
I don't think we'll see that for a long time.
I was talking to my brother and I was like, oh, Pujols is this amount away. I think it was when he was 5 or 4 away. And he's like, oh, he'll definitely come back next season. It's like,
no, he won't.
No,
he said he's done. He said he doesn't care.
He put a statement out at the beginning of the year, said he was done after this year. You know, it's...
Well, I mean, even that home run that he hit in Pittsburgh, I think it was for 96. The fan offered to give him the ball back, and he told him to keep it. And then also gave them an autographed ball.
That's dope. I mean,
he's like, it's just a ball. He's like, it's gonna mean more to you than it will to me. At least that one.
700, of course.
That's gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's gonna go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Cooperstown will pay money for that ball, because I think A-Rod's 3,000th hit was 150,000 they had to pay. It went to charity because that's Zach Campbell's.
Right. No,
but
it'll. I honestly.
Cooperstown pay for that.
I do see them giving him every opportunity to hit, because
he's gone 0 for the last 2 nights.
They want him to hit it. We still have till the 6th of October. You know, that's a good 15 games, I think.
Yeah.
It's a good 15
He's definitely have a good chance.
But if he doesn't get it, I mean, 698's not bad for your career.
I think that'll be the highest mark we will see for a very, very long time.
I don't know if Mike Trout keeps going on what he's doing, motherfucker.
Yeah, but he's still like 400 away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the gap between like where Pujols is and everybody else, like even Cabrera. I mean, he just hit what, 500 last year?
One person I see doing that is Juan Soto, maybe.
Not the way he's going, batting 200. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but we know Juan Soto's hitting potential. He's only 23. He's already at 100. So maybe a change of scenery is what he really needs. Maybe he goes somewhere where the ball flies a little more. Not saying he's going to go to Colorado or anything. That'd be just stupid for them to do. I mean, you just went out and got Chris Bryant, and they're not doing well. But
So, like, you have Pujols at 698, right?
yeah,
Cabrera is next up
and
on the active players with 506. Then you have Nelson Cruz at 459 and Giancarlo Stanton actually 373.
it was
like that gap.
like
That's a 300 gap.
let's be honest. If Pujols never went to Anaheim, he would already have it. He would already have it.
It's tough to tell with all the injuries. I think he still would have. If he had played the entirety of that time, he would already have had it.
He was not good in an Angels uniform. He was not.
He couldn't stay on the field.
And then, yeah, and that was just a tough contract. It was a really tough contract for them because it was like they signed him and Mike Trout, and it's like they could not get anybody. So that's one of the bad things about it. But I honestly
Trout
think
is number 5 on that list, by the way.
if he never left St. Louis, I think he would already have it because there's just he was a different player. I know he went on like I'm pretty sure there was a streak of him not getting a base hit when he was in St. Louis too. But
sure.
That'd be dope though to see him do it.
I hope they make merch. I hope they make everything. I will buy it.
You'd be so
I'll buy everything.
You'd be so bricked. So bricked up.
I do want to also stay in St. Louis with Waino and Yachty.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Most
consecutive.
How is it worded?
It's
most starts together.
Battery.
As a battery.
Yeah.
As a battery. It was like 346.
It's a lot, and it's like those are two dudes that just don't ever see the injury list ever.
It's been up and down a little bit, but not too much.
Waino, I don't ever remember him being hurt, ever.
No,
that dude is
consistent.
He's such a workhorse. If you need innings, Jack, throw out Waino. He'll get you 6 or 7.
What's he after the year? It's got to be a lot.
I mean,
he's like Charlie Morton. He'll just eat innings for you,
and he's still decent enough.
He's got a second most innings on the team at 178.
Sheesh. And it's a winning team.
Horrible.
It's a winning team too, so it's like it just adds to his resume.
That team is so weird to me.
For anybody that says Yachty's not a Hall of Famer, he is.
He's top 10 catcher of all time.
Because the only reason Pudge got in was because of his defense and how he was as a catcher. Let's be honest. Pudge
had some good years in Detroit hitting.
Yeah, but he was also like, I'm not counting those though, like, because he played for Miami, he played for Detroit, he played for Texas, he played for New York. I'm not gonna put those on him. Like, he was a great hitter, don't get me wrong, right? He had good enough, like, he didn't have the home runs, that most catchers do. But the reason Pudge got in was because he was phenomenal behind the plate. Phenomenal. Yeah. Best catcher probably ever. Because
top 3 at least.
That dude, I mean, you probably throw Piazza in there, right?
And Johnny.
Yeah. But Yachty.
But you just don't run on Yachty.
Like,
you just don't. Or you didn't.
There was a clip I saw. I mean, we've probably talked about it before, but Jose Siri in the preseason was like, I'm running on you. And Jose Siri's fast.
Top 5.
He's
speed guy in the league.
Fast. And Yachty said, take it, go ahead, and threw him out.
Yeah.
Like, I've had conversations with people. They think Buster gets in before Yachty. It's like, dude, Yachty is...
Well, statistically, yes. Buster has a year advantage.
But here's, like, I'm just saying, like, Buster's getting in. Buster was great.
3-time champion.
Yeah. But
Yachty's got 2, but...
Yachty is just... Oh, he doesn't miss a lot of time.
Yeah.
been a
that team's so weird.
It's crazy because he's in what, his 20th season,
Something like that.
and he's still catching.
They've been having him play first base and DH too.
I mean,
They've been
yeah,
mixing them around. He hasn't solely been catching.
but but for 19 years then
Yeah.
was straight catching.
Yep.
Straight catching.
Yeah, this was the first year that they started giving like Goldie a day off in the field and have him just DH.
And
I think that's what's so great about DH is I think it'll extend a lot of careers.
I agree.
Like Yachty, where you just kind of throw him at first base and let the everyday first baseman have somewhat of a day off.
I mean, 19 years in the pros of him crouched down behind the plate and not like, and I'm sure he caught his whole life. So this dude is like almost 40 and he's been catching his entire life and he's still able to do it. That's insane to me. Insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like I know dudes that really only caught in high school and their knees are shot.
Oh yeah.
Fucking done.
They probably didn't even play as many games as somebody in like Southern California or Arizona.
Oh no, like up here,
even
you know,
through just the high school point.
I mean, you have travel ball and shit, right? But the only thing that they really did,
you can't play that in the winter.
Well, there is winter ball somewhere around here, but also, you know, you could go play summer ball. You have your, you know, high school season, but that's really all you're doing because you're being a kid. Like,
well, they're not. They have baseball academies.
True, but like the people around here, who I'm like referring to, but his knees are shot. Like, he went to catch at like college for a year, and he's just like, nope, he had to get surgery on his knees. Like,
yeah, it's commendable.
It's crazy.
It's very typical.
Being a catcher is probably the hardest position in all baseball.
Oh, well, outside of pitching.
Well, I'm saying physical standpoint on both, but it's like your knees, man. I know you have pads, but fuck, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, both Waino and Yachty, future Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the best duo I've ever seen trot out there. I mean, they've been out there
consistent.
They've basically been out there the same amount of time because I think they're both in year 20.
Yeah, I believe they came up right around the same time.
Yep.
I think it was like 04? Something like that.
20 years, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
That's 18.
He didn't start that too.
That's 18, buddy. So it would have to have been 2002.
It was 2004.
So they've had 18 years in the league together. Still.
It's close enough. It's consistent, and it's very typical.
You've never seen any other duo do that. Because no teams keep...
Not for that long.
They don't keep players for that long.
No, because even Mad Bum and Bumgarner got...
Mad Bum.
Posey got split up when Madison went to Arizona.
Yeah. So... But where are we going next? What are we talking about next?
Last time we had recorded, Max had left the game early.
Yeah.
With the injury and said it's not a big deal. Well, that got him on the 15-day IL.
Ooh, that's
I was
good.
right. I had a feeling he would end up there, and I'm scared for them. Yeah. Just from a repeat of last year when Scherzer's arm was dead.
I mean, he has been a workhorse this year, but maybe not as much so because the Mets are deep. The Mets are deep.
He did miss some time, but
he missed like 3 weeks. He missed 3 weeks early in the season. That kind of got him some rest. If he comes back, pitches great. You have DeGrom back, which is huge. So, I mean, you have Taiwan pitching great. Chris Bassett doing amazing. You know, he's doing exactly what I thought he was going to do at the beginning of the year when we talked in our preseason stuff. I said Chris Bassett's just the perfect guy to round out that rotation. At least the other two. He's perfect to go after Scherzer. Maybe you throw Taijuan Walker and then you throw Chris Bassett. Like all four of them are having a great year. I mean, Jacob deGrom, since he got back, has been video game numbers. Like, the dude's arm is so unfair. It's crazy. It's crazy how good that this Mets team actually is. And yes,
yet they still blew a 10-game lead.
Yeah, they're right there. We can't count out Atlanta.
No, it's the same shit from last year, just without the trades for different outfield pieces. I mean, that's the only thing different.
Right. Ronald Acuna is doing everything he can in the field. Michael Harris and Spencer Strider, I mean, they're 1 and 2 for Rookie of the Year. It's going to Strider. It's going to Strider no matter what, because Strider has come out and absolutely been shut out.
Yeah. And that man, Ozzie Albies, cannot catch a break.
No, because
he broke his finger last night.
Oh, fuck. I mean, he can't catch a break anyway, because Grissom has played fucking amazing.
Wow. Yeah, but that was Ozzie. It's Ozzie's spot.
I mean,
he wasn't going to lose it.
True, but AA.
They just paid him all that money. They weren't going to lose it. He wasn't going to lose that spot.
Yeah, AA is going to come out in the offseason. They're going to extend the shit out of Dansby because, I mean, going into the last couple of years, Dansby has been just average.
Mediocre, yeah.
He's been average.
That's a good word for it.
And this year, fucking Dansby Swanson is a superstar. At least in the perspective of how he's hitting this year. He has been absolutely phenomenal at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy. Right. I mean, and then you have probably one of the best sticks in baseball, Austin Riley.
Yeah, he's just hitting the ball well.
He's a cheat code. And he's 24 years old.
It's sick. Let me tell you.
Like, AA, best manager in sports. In all honesty, he gets very player-friendly deals. He's got so many dudes locked up right now that his team's going to be fine for the next 10 years. Yeah. I mean, you got Acuna signed to a huge deal. You just signed Michael Harris to a huge deal. Austin Riley and Matt Olson. You gave out 4 contracts this year.
It's just credit to their front office for working, and the players being willing to take, I guess you could say, lesser money.
I mean,
to stay together.
They're not missing anything. Yes, Freddie's on a team that has 100 wins, but how much do you want to bet he'd be wanting to do that in Atlanta?
Well, you know, did they hit 100?
They did. You told me that last night.
Oh, they did hit 100,
but
they're not going to break the record though.
No.
So was that 44?
I don't know.
They'd have to win the next 16.
I don't know if any team ever can break the 2001 Mariners win record.
I genuinely, at the pace the Yankees were going before they fell off a fucking cliff, they had it. They were on pace for it. Or at least get, like, tie it or, like, 1 or 2 off. They were on pace for, like, 115. But then they forgot how to pitch. Stanton got hurt. Judge never saw a fastball again.
Mm-hmm.
He's still on pace for 64, so my fun coupons right now are on pace to be safe. So
I mean, it's crazy in the sense of the fact that Toronto's only 4 games back.
Tampa had it down to 3.5 before they forgot how to win a baseball game.
That's insane that they let it just go like that, because you're looking at
it's scary times. They might very well find themselves playing Seattle or Toronto.
Cleveland gets to just run away with the division, which I hope is the case, because if they drop down to the wild card, the Mariners are probably out. Because I don't think Baltimore's going to come close.
They're 4 back, too. They're right there. They don't play Tampa again this year. Do they play Toronto? I know they're just. I think they're in Toronto right now.
Tampa plays. They have another series or two.
Schedule. Okay, so Baltimore ends the season in Toronto. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That could get really interesting.
And so I need
With
the Mariners to learn how to beat the Angels, because then they have the A's and the Tigers.
Yeah, Baltimore's got a. They played Detroit, Houston, Boston, in New York, and then home against Toronto to end the season. And this is going back to what I was saying months ago with the Mariners, where this last stretch of the season is very, very favorable for them. They play nothing but losing teams.
They play the Angels.
Literally, they play the Angels, A's, Royals, Rangers at home, Oakland, and the Tigers. They have a 4-game set with the Tigers, and
they end the last 12 games at home.
Yeah, if they lose, if they don't make the playoffs as the number 1 wild card seed and go to Cleveland, I'll be floored, because this is so favorable for them.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% with you. They just can't beat.
And I said this months ago.
They just can't beat the Angels right now.
That's fine. Then they'll lose today and tomorrow. Who cares? They play Oakland 6 games. Kansas City's brutally bad.
I just need 10 more wins to get my prediction right, because I said they were going to win 90 games this year.
Yeah, as a wild card team, it's wild.
Right. But to the credit is Houston is too good. Another guy that, like we were talking earlier about, who can maybe reach Pujols, is if he can stay healthy, is Yordan Alvarez, because he's in the perfect spot. He's DH, because Michael Brantley's going to be done soon. You're not going to DH anybody else. You're going to call up a prospect that's better in the field and just leave Yordan to hit dingers. Like, the dude hit.
He hit well in Houston too. That's what's key.
Yeah, he hit 3 the other night.
Oh, they were fucking. That was like 1,200 feet worth of home runs.
Dude, he's insane. He's got one of the best. Like, Juan Soto fell off this year. Yordan's never fallen off.
I still think Yordan's going to be the closest thing to David Ortiz that we'll get for a while, too.
That's fine. Because Yordan is one of the best hitters in baseball. And again, he's 24, 25 years old.
It's gross.
It's insane. And Houston just always is going to be good now.
Well, I mean, did you see JV come back?
Oh, dude, I'm sure he pitched
5 no-hit innings.
Jeez.
Throwing hard.
Prime for fucking playoff baseball.
Postseason. Oh, God. I can't see anybody else representing the AL other than Houston without Carlos Correa, and that's crazy to think about.
Yeah. I mean, think if they had Correa this year.
They would have already had 100 wins. They'd be right there with the Dodgers for how they're playing.
Jeremy Pena, though, he's
not playing bad. There's no shade.
He's a great replacement. Dude's
there's no shade at Jeremy. It's just he's not Carlos.
He's a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not better than the other 21-year-old kid that I know, who has 27 home runs.
Well, I thought you were talking about Gunnar because they play the same spot.
No.
Gunner's also 21.
But, Rookie of the Year, AL Rookie of the Year, Julio Rodriguez. If he got hurt and didn't come back for the rest of the year, he still wins it.
I'm telling you, if Adley had a whole season, it'd been really close.
27 home runs, 25 steals, man, as a rookie. Yeah. And he's hitting like 270. He's doing it in the leadoff position.
I think he might hit 40-40 next year.
Oh, if he does,
the bigger base,
I will be so bricked.
Yeah, with the bigger base.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to write those down.
Oh yeah,
we didn't talk about
rule changes next year. But yeah, this baseball season, guys, it's been one for the fucking history books. I'll tell you that much. Like, granted, we have the extended playoffs. That's fine. That is what it is. I never expected a wild card to be within the.
I'm ready.
with the standings, I didn't ever expect it to be within 3 games.
Oh yeah, like it's gonna be a wild next 2 weeks. At
And
least I think it's going to.
the
Or 3
crazy
weeks.
thing is, San Diego or Philly could get knocked out by Milwaukee in the
They need to
NL.
figure this shit out.
Nobody's gonna catch the Braves because they're at 90 wins without Freddie Freeman. And again, we talked about the Braves. We talked about the Braves. They got younger, they got better. Spencer Strider has been a phenomenal. Max Fried been phenomenal. And who's the other guy?
Uncle Charlie.
No, Kyle Wright.
Oh.
They have Kyle Wright, who's been amazing. Like, this. It's crazy that they're a 90-win wild card team. They could hit 100 wins too.
Well, it's like the year Tampa won a 192 and they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because they came in 3rd place. Because Boston had the wild card and New York won the division. Like,
that's right.
Imagine winning 92 games or 90 games and you didn't even make the playoffs.
That was the Mariners last year.
That's true. Yeah, these wild card, that final slot, and I guess order. What's crazy is, let's see, go back to that. Let's see, they won't play the Mets. Who'd they get? They'd get St. Louis.
Mm.
I don't think Atlanta would lose to St. Louis in the playoffs.
Here's the thing. I've been preaching Mets all year. I've been preaching Mets all year.
Oh, why?
Atlanta beats them.
Yeah, right now? Oh, yeah. Like I said, they had a 10-game lead in the division, and they blew it.
They beat DeGrom. They beat Scherzer. They beat Bassett. This team is hot.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Harris.
That's why I said it's so much like last year where it's just they're getting hot at the right time. I think the Mets peaked too early.
Dude, when Atlanta came to Seattle, like, that's a game I want to talk about last weekend. Sunday night, the Mariners are up 6-2 going into the 9th inning because Michael Harris hit a solo home run in the 8th. The Braves put up 5 to take the lead going into the bottom. And then J-Rod comes in and says, not on my watch, ties the game. Ty France, like, pops up to a little blooper to third, like, foul. And I was like, damn it. And then Kenley Jansen puts one bottom corner and Suarez just drops his bat and walks it off. Crazy. Like, that's what gives me so much hope about the Mariners this year. They took a series against a 90-win team. I mean, they weren't 90 wins then, but a should-be first place in their division team.
Debatable. The Mets are really good.
I know the Mets are really good, but, man, like I said, Atlanta is just crazy. This year's wild. Just straight wild.
Did you see any of those rule changes?
I saw the bigger bag. I saw the pitch clock.
The shift.
Yeah.
You know the one that really just bothers me?
Huh.
Pickoffs.
Oh, yeah.
That one is... I'm all for the other ones. Like, whatever, bigger base by 3 inches, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help stolen bases. Give a little bit more movement in the game, fine. The shift, there'll be more offense, more hits.
Oh,
fine.
Dude, banning the shift is the greatest thing that the sport will ever do.
Yeah, fine, do that.
Joey Gallo.
As long as there's no fucking white lines like I saw them trialing down in the minors, as long as there's no white lines looking like not baseball. You saw that, right? Those pictures?
No, but I just know that, like...
So they took a chalk line from second base, the corner of second base, and drew a diagonal line each way towards shortstop and second base.
Mm-hmm.
And the infielders could not pass that chalk line. You can go as close to it, but you couldn't pass it.
Uh-huh.
it was essentially keeping up the middle clear of a defender. I just don't want to see the white line. Just use your best discretion.
You can't have infielders cannot have their feet in the outfield.
Correct.
So, I mean, you could still kind of shift, but it's not going to be as extreme. Your shortstop can't go past second. Your second baseman can't go past second.
You have to have 2 infielders on each side.
Yep, which is huge.
Which is what those white lines were for, but I don't want to see it. Just stay there.
Right.
It is you could press the line. I just don't want to see those white lines.
That's another thing about next year. You're going to see batting averages skyrocket.
Yeah, fine. I want offense.
Yeah. That's why I want to go to a baseball game.
Pitch better.
Yeah.
Pitch better. Fuck it. You know?
It's true. Pitch better. Like, don't leave the ball
better,
where
they
can
won't get a hit anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have a guy like Jordan's a bad example. Who's a really dead pull hitter?
Joey Gallo.
Yeah, fine. Use Gallo. If you don't want him to get a hit, just throw him nothing but outside pitches. It's not hard.
Throw him breaking
You're
balls.
Professional.
Don't throw him a fastball.
Or if you throw him a fastball, throw it on the outside corner.
Throw it in on his hands.
He's gonna roll it over anyway.
Yeah, or throw it in on his hands. Like,
well, yeah, you can do that too. But the point is, he's not gonna just. It's not like a all around hitter who's just gonna slap it down the right third base line.
Right. Like,
and beat the shift.
Yeah. But it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be rolling over.
It's gonna be so much fun to watch.
I like I said, I do want to talk about these pickoffs. It's stupid.
Yep, go ahead.
You can only pick off twice.
Yeah.
And the third is considered a balk.
I mean, they want to have the pace of game faster.
And that's so stupid.
There are dudes that will just sit there and pick off and pick off and pick off.
I understand. But if they have already tried to pick me off twice, right?
Yeah.
What is stopping me from taking a 25-foot lead?
That's true.
Because or just what? Once he's set, just fucking take off. Because if he steps off, it's a balk.
Is that?
Yeah. He can't step off.
Really?
He can't step off at all.
Okay, now that's fucked up. Because it's
that's what I mean. At least that's my interpretation of the rule.
I don't think it would be like that because then it's considered a live play. But it's considered.
But you can't step off.
I think once the runner goes, it's live. So he could step off. So there is that. Okay. But it's
then what's stopping me from a 30-foot lead then?
Here's the thing.
And then just going. No catcher is gonna throw me out.
No, but here's the thing too, right? If you're a pitcher, don't pick back to back. It's like kind of like keep it in your pocket type of deal. It's there if you need it. Like I don't want to see people get picked off. It's boring.
I think it's just funny.
I think it's stupid. Like you're barely ever gonna throw him out. And if they do, it's because the runner made one false move. Basically. So, keep those in your pocket. It won't be a big deal. There'll be a lot of fuss about it at the start of the year, but I don't think after that we won't hear anything about it.
I think it'll end up being like the mound visit rule.
Right.
Where it was like a lot of people had a problem with it. I don't know. Like I said, it's just if somebody were to pick off twice within that one at bat, like what's stopping me?
I like I said, I think if the runner takes off, the play is live. So you'll be able to step off. That's how I'm going to interpret it. We'll see if they divulge more on it.
But you can't throw it to first base.
No.
If you have a 30-foot lead, you can't just step off, throw it to first base, because that's a pickoff.
Yeah, but I think they're going to... They'll enforce something for the runners that you can't take that or something. I know it's going to be stupid. It's going to be something really stupid, but if you...
Unless they just don't pick off. That's fine, too.
Yeah, because then it's like...
Then it doesn't matter. It can't be abused.
If they take a normal lead,
mm-hmm.
just a normal lead, and then decide to steal, you're going to be able to step off because the play is live. Like, that's how I see it happening. I don't think they're going to allow the runner to just basically get a free base by standing in between first and second. I don't think that's going to happen. That's idiotic. It's going to make the games go longer because it's just going to be like, you're going to see the dude stealing. He's going to be like,
I know,
this
the Yankees
is
had a fucking 4-hour game the other day.
This
it was
is
9
fucking
innings.
Crazy because it's going to be like, thanks for the free bag, MLB.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to see
I
so
think they're
many
trying
more
to
steals.
encourage more steals. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So it's more action throughout the game.
That's true. But I don't think they'll allow them to take that far of a lead because that's
just me abusing the rule.
Yeah, true. You'd be that asshole too.
I would. Because, well, the loophole.
Got him.
Loophole.
Got him.
And like I said, that's just the way I interpreted it. I could be wrong. But that's, like I said, the larger base, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just if it cuts down people getting hurt, I'm for it. I don't want to see people getting hurt.
Yeah.
The pitch timer, I really don't think that's going to make that much of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because they already have a pitch clock right now. Just like when you're at the game, there's a countdown clock.
Yeah, but it's longer. They're gonna shorten it, and you got like 20 seconds.
5 more seconds.
Yeah.
15 with nobody on and 20 with somebody on.
Right. It's
realistically, I think they're doing that already. Time wise, if they're not.
So like,
especially with PitchCom,
the big thing is right. Is it Nestor with his whole fucking long little wonky windups that he likes to do?
I mean, the second he starts moving, that the timer stops.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's just from getting the ball back to throwing the ball again, or starting your windup again. Because, oh god, who's that guy in Houston that's got a really long one?
Is it Lance?
It's not Urquidy. Luis Garcia has a really long windup. It's like a Walter Johnson long windup.
Oh, little like flipping the arms back over the head.
It's not more movement. It doesn't go over the head, but it's that long.
Yeah, but, I know. Yeah.
I don't see the pitch timer really being that much of an issue.
I agree.
The shifts, those are the big ones. Like I said, just that pickoff. I found a way to abuse it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. They'll explain it a little more once the off season comes around.
Yeah.
So we'll see when it comes to there. But one thing I want to touch on, we pointed it out earlier that Juan Soto's fallen off.
He is struggling.
Yeah. Not good. Not good for him. I mean, again, he's young, so I'm not too worried about it, right? There was a lot of drama surrounding him this year.
Like Juan Soto, it gave me Josh Bell.
You can kind of chalk it probably up to just stress too. I mean, Juan Soto is like the ideal guy, right? When you sign a long-term contract on somebody, like he's been the ideal player. He doesn't get in trouble. He just is great. It's like,
we thought that about Tatis too.
Yeah, but I mean, Tatis was doing stuff before he got his contract. You don't hear anything about Juan Soto. I just feel like Juan Soto is just a fun, lovable dude to be around.
He is, but he is just struggling.
He is.
He's hitting 205 in San Diego, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs in 37 games.
Yeah, not good, but at the same time, like
that's bad.
It's an adjustment. I think he'll figure it out next year. And
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, you really
just like Anthony Rizzo.
You really hope so, because here's the thing: you're getting Tatis back start of the year next year. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're getting him back at this time.
But it's like, maybe it's like Anthony Rizzo, who did struggle really bad with New York to start the year.
Yep.
Or start his time there. Then he got the full offseason. I understand Petco Park is far, far more of a pitcher's park than Yankee Stadium. I get that.
Yeah.
But once he has a full
offseason with the team.
Offseason with Machado, who they're very close with.
Right.
I think he'll be just fine next year, especially when Tatis does come back.
And you
But
hope.
I think this was an adjustment for him. He's young. He's what,
Yeah,
22?
20,
Right?
23.
23. He's 23.
That's what I
He's a
said. He's
23-year-old kid who has already had
oh
4 full seasons in the minors, 4 full seasons in the major league, including winning in 19. Right?
right, and he's already
He's
got
23.
He's already at 100 home runs.
Like, I remember when I moved away to university, 2 hours away, at 20. This kid's 23, moved from DC to San Diego.
Right.
That's a big move, even though he's not from America, and he's already left home. If you want to, go that route, but that cross country move is a lot, especially when you had 4 full seasons there. You were settled. You had everything. You knew everything. Now you got to go to a new place on the other side of the country, and I just think it is a big change for him.
It's like
On a personal
again,
level,
it's like
a big change.
You're going from Wrigley to Yankee Stadium. I mean, it's better to a sense of the sort, but with Rizzo, you're used to the atmosphere of Chicago. You're not used to you're only there for maybe 3 games a year, if that. So
Yeah.
I think Juan Soto will be fine.
Yeah, I do too. It's just him and Josh Hader just they're really losing both of those right now.
Yeah. So kind of.
I think Josh Bell's been playing about what Josh Bell should be playing.
Yeah, he's not playing what he was in Washington.
Yeah, he's hitting 203.
Yeah, and I think Drury's...
Not the 301 he was hitting this year.
I think Drury's doing fine. Machado's still
Machado. Got him.
Yeah. So, how many more things we got? We got 1 or 2 more things.
230. He's got 7 home runs with San Diego. That's not too bad.
That's not bad. He's had a good
23
year.
RBIs.
He's had a good year.
The batting average is a little low, but that's okay. Like I said, he at least has 7 home runs. He has more than Josh Bell and Juan Soto combined, and RBIs. This guy's many, 23, because Josh Bell had 11.
Yeah. So one thing, kind of want to get this wrapped up here soon, but one of the things that I want to talk about is we touched on them earlier, but let's talk about the 3 major rookies in the league right now. So you have first, we'll go with Julio. Where's Baseball Reference? Here we go. So, in Julio's rookie year, he's got a 5.7 WAR, 137 hits, 27 home runs, batting .279, 80 runs, 73 RBIs, 25 stolen bases, with an OPS plus of 145. Dude is an absolute stud. He's leading off for the Mariners, hitting dingers. He's fast as fuck, has so much power. I mean, you're right. If Adley had a full year, be a different story. Way different story.
He's hitting 254 with 1134.
Yeah.
He hit his first right-handed home run in Toronto.
There we
Finally.
go. But
it's off Kikuchi.
Julio,
is that how you say it, right?
Yeah, you say Kikuchi.
Yeah, that's who he hit it off.
But Julio has, hands down, just been that guy this year. It's crazy how awesome he's been. And he's missed some time due to injury. So, he came back stronger than ever. He has a good chance of hitting 30 home runs. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, with 2 weeks left?
Yeah. And so the next guy would be
Mr. Bobby Witt.
Well, Bobby Witt's not been good.
250 with 20 home runs? He's got 131 hits. He's just on a shit team.
Michael Harris, though. 353 at bats, 108 hits, 18 home runs, and he's hitting .306. Plus, he's got 67 runs, 58 RBIs, and 16 bags. That's crazy.
I didn't even see how many. They didn't even see how many stolen bases Bobby had. He's probably got a lot too.
But not even a full season.
Yeah.
And he has 108 hits already. And he came up right after the break? Something like that?
Who? Michael?
Yeah.
It was right around the All-Star game.
He's been insane. So that's your number 2 in the fucking
Bobby Witt has 27, by the way.
Oh, that's really good, actually.
Well, him and Julio are about just as fast,
So, and then you have probably the NL Rookie of the Year, because they're both on the same team. I mean, he's 10-5 with a 2.72 ERA. With a 1.01 whip. Spencer Strider is out here for all of the short kings.
Yeah, he's striking everyone out.
He's given everybody a free mustache ride to the bench.
Yeah, he's just, it's not even fair.
No. So we talk about, like, DeGrom's usually in the 1 ERA sometimes when he's just absolutely on his shit, right? But I could see Spencer Strider putting up video game numbers. They had to start limiting his innings because he's pitching so much. That doesn't matter. He's still going to go shove and throw fucking 12 guys back to the pine. It's crazy. He's hands down going to fucking win.
Yeah.
Hands down. And it's a shame for Michael Harris, because Michael Harris just, like, came out of fucking nowhere. I knew
not really.
I knew he was who knows the Braves organization knew Michael Harris was gonna be good. I didn't expect him to blast out of the gate hitting 300. Like,
yeah, he's hitting well.
100.
He adjusted well.
108 hits in half a season.
I just got the day off. You know what else is really scary?
What's that?
Hunter Brown.
Who's that?
That video I sent you?
Oh, yeah.
The Astros prospect?
Oh, yeah. Who has
his windup looks identical to Justin Verlander.
Then the Dodgers have this.
You know what's crazy?
The Dodgers have the same kid, but another guy
Kershaw,
who looks just like fucking Kershaw.
Well, I think that guy was intentional because Kershaw was his favorite player.
I mean, shit.
I think Hunter Brown just happened to. Well, like I said, Hunter Brown is from the Detroit area. He went to Wayne State. That's a local school here.
Yeah.
Kind of local school. They're like D2, but he grew up in my county.
Yeah.
And he pitches just like Verlander. That video of them side by side is scary.
Yeah, dude.
Especially because he's been shoving. Oh God.
It's cool to see.
He's in a good spot.
Like I said, people just keep, like, baseball for years to come is going to be so fucking fun.
Oh yeah, like if Strider can keep it up and just strike out everybody, that's like the next DeGrom, if you want to call it that.
Him and Michael Harris together, dude.
And
my gosh.
And then if Hunter Brown really is the next Justin Verlander, like, oh God, especially with the Astros pitching staff, like he's in a fantastic spot.
A guy that we need to mention that's having probably just as good of a year as Framber Valdez.
That whole pitching staff's having a good year.
Yeah. But
there's a reason they have that many wins and a 14-game lead on September 18th.
Yeah, it's not
like
not anything, but
it's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think that is gonna do it for today's episode. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and leave a like and a comment down in the comment section below. If you're listening on Spotify, hit us up on Twitter. Comment question of the day. Let's see. What team has been a dark horse this year for you guys? What team has performed better than you expected.
Baltimore.
I agree. Baltimore, we predicted to be a 5th place team, and they're 5 or 4 out from the wild card. So, anyway, guys, I'm Kane, and this is Day, and we will talk to you guys later.